Back, everybody. Kent Brown is away this week, so we sent Adam Mills from one of the Royal LePage offices. Matter of fact, Royal LePage Team Realty in Manotick, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Good to have you on the show, Adam. How are you?
Very good, sir.
Good. Hey, listen, we're going to talk about a number of things right now. One of the things we want to point out is there's, if you're in the market for a home, the inventory is really good.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, inventory right now is about 15% ahead of that of last year.
Right.
So if you're in the market to buy a home right now, I mean, you get the luxury of being picky, going out there having a really good time and enjoying the process and finding the home of your dreams.
Yeah. Is it a bit of a buyer's market then? Does that make what they call a buyer's market?
I'd say, I mean, right now, if you look at the stats, I mean, they're telling you it's kind of like a balanced market.
Yeah.
But certainly, I mean, the buyers are in a good spot to go out there and have a really good time and find a great property.
Exactly. So, and there's no harm in shopping around as much as you want, right? That's you got to get what you want in the end.
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, take your time, enjoy the process, and find the exact thing that you're looking for.
Just because there's a higher inventory, it doesn't mean that you know, it's going to be super difficult to sell your home. But there's a process in getting ready to do that, correct?
Absolutely, yeah. There's three things that I think are really important. The first one is preparing your home.
Yeah.
So I mean, make sure the agent or the realtor you're working with is going to get you an interior designer or a property stylist to come through and help you get your home 100% ready to go. And
yeah, that's become more and more important in the last decade, for sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, they talk about staging your home and doing all that sort of thing. It really helps the process along when people see what the possibilities are for a property.
Absolutely. I mean, right now too, I mean, it's important not to rush if you're a seller. Don't rush onto the market. Take the time and get everything 100% ready to go.
Yeah. The other thing I know that one of the things you sent me was pricing your property correctly.
Yeah, absolutely. So when you sit down with your realtor and they go through, you know, comparable sales from the last 6 to 12 months, make sure you're looking at that very objectively. You know, for instance, if you see a home that's very comparable to yours, but it had maybe quartz countertops, well, make sure you're factoring that into your pricing so that you're pricing your property properly.
Yeah, and this is where it's so great to have a Royal LePage agent look after what you're doing, because you have information, you have market research, you have trends, even in neighborhoods, right?
Yeah,
like
absolutely.
If the neighbor sold his house and it's similar to yours, you can get information on that to see maybe where your pricing should be.
Yeah, absolutely. That's the most important thing. I mean, it's great to know what a home listed for, but it's more important to know what it actually sold for at the end of the day.
Right.
And how many days maybe it took to sell that home as well. It's an important factor.
Anything else that pops into your head that, you know, buyers or sellers should be prepared for and have ready when they're ready to go on the market?
Yeah, the last thing, I guess, is when you're working with a realtor is make sure that they really put together a strong marketing package for you. It's really important in this market to make sure you're putting your best foot forward.
Yeah.
So, I mean, in terms of marketing, something that we typically do is we'll list homes actually on about 30 different websites.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it seems like maybe a lot or maybe overkill.
Yeah.
But the whole idea, I mean, everyone has a smartphone, an iPhone, whatever happens to be in their pocket. And if they're driving down the street and they see a home they like, they're going to Google it right away.
Yeah.
So if you're on all these websites, the great thing is that when people Google that address, they're going to find you right away.
See, that's another thing agents do. And your background is marketing, so you know how effective that can be. One thing I would say as a consumer, if you're putting pictures on the internet of your home, make sure they're good ones.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's simply useless.
Absolutely.
People will click off your site right away.
Absolutely.
Adam Mills, thanks very much. Adam's at Royal LePage Team Realty in Manotick. Appreciate your time.
My pleasure. Thanks a lot.
Good to have you here.